coming storm. Finally free of the frozen Targa Plateau, Artemus Tau travels towards the nearest frontier town where he can rest and resupply. High above the mesa of the surrounding canyons, it looks as if there is a massive storm brewing. Hopefully Artemus can make it to shelter before the storm hits. Hello everyone, welcome back to Artemus Tau, Trederran veteran. Let's take a look at the changes to Artemus since our previous episode. He now has 1,785 in experience, so we will be leveling up to level 3. He has 1,455 in gold, and he now has 6 corruption points. One more point of corruption, and Artemus will be mutating. Let's join Artemus Tau as he ventures towards the next frontier town. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Artemus Tau, Trederran veteran. Before we head to the frontier town, we need to level up Artemus to level 3. Rolling 2d6 on the upgraded bonus chart. 7 plus 3 health and plus 3 sanity. Nice. Continuing down the soldier tree, our second tier is battle gear. You are plus 1 health for each clothing item you have equipped. Also gain plus 1 strength. With our upgrade bonus, that brings us to 16 health and 18 sanity. And then with our clothing items that we're wearing, we have 4, which will bring our health up to 20. Let's see which size town we'll be traveling to. 1, 2 for small, 3, 4 for normal medium town, and 5, 6 for a large town. A small town. We need to roll a d6 to see if we'll be adding a travel hazard. And we will. Rolling on the travel hazard chart, the tens digit will be the gold die, and the singles digit will be the darkstone die. 63. 63 is a snake oil salesman. You meet a traveling salesman on the road who excitedly opens up the sides of his cart and shows you his wares.
Dr. Jonathan Trunley's medicinal menagerie. Here, all the vitamins you could need, right in that snake oil.
He spins a good yarn about the medicinal quality of his tonics. Each hero must make a cunning 5+ test. Artemus has cunning of 4. He is successful. If passed, you recognize a scam when you see one and pass on his deal. Artemus may be new to this world, but he was not born yesterday. Good day, sir. As we approach the town, we'll roll to see if it is a specialty type of town. 8, a standard frontier town. Let's see what our town locations will be. A sheriff's office. A street market. A mutant quarter. And lastly, a church. Before we begin our day, we need to resolve the darkness card that we pulled in our last adventure, the Wild West. At the start of the next town stay, roll once on the town event chart before the first day begins. Let's see what happens to this town before we even get started. Oh my gosh, double 1s, Void Twister! A Void Twister sweeps through the town, annihilating it in a flash. Livestock, buildings, and people are swept away right before your eyes, and it's coming towards you. Every hero in town must make an agility 5+ or strength 5+ test to avoid or resist the powerful pull of the twister. If failed, the hero is swept away, broken and battered, and they are killed. Oh no! We will do strength, as Artemus has a strength of 4. We need a 5+. Whew! We are successful, however, the frontier town is destroyed, and your town stay is over. Artemus has woken up somewhere out in the canyons. The twister must have carried him off after destroying the town. Picking himself up, he looks around to survey the surroundings. There seems to be an unnatural rainstorm still overhead. We will now be doing the Rain Dance Black Fang mission. Storm clouds are gathered overhead, growing darker and more ominous by the moment. A powerful wind sweeps over the land, and tribal drums and a strange chanting can be heard echoing throughout the canyons. Someone or something is behind this corrupted rainstorm and summoning a storm from the void. Our mission goal is to find and destroy 2 Black Fang altars to prevent the oncoming storms. Our special rules: we have the enemy-themed Black Fang Adventure. For the Black Fang Adventure, we have Black Fang Encounters. Whenever the hero draws 1 or more encounter, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, they also draw 1 Black Fang encounter. We have common enemies of the Black Fang tribe. Whenever a threat card would be drawn, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, instead, the heroes are attacked by Black Fang tribe. On the roll of a 1, this will also include a War Shaman. There will also be Black Fang traits. Whenever a Black Fang tribe enemy is encountered, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, also draw a Black Fang trait card. There will be no gates found in this mission. Anytime a gate would be placed, instead place a normal door. We are in the middle of a void storm. At the start of each turn, place 1 sanity marker by the depth track, or 2 if the darkness is in the center of the depth track, or 3 if the darkness is at the last stage of the track. Whenever a darkness card is drawn, also take all sanity markers currently on the depth track and distribute them among the heroes, ignoring willpower. We have to watch out for Eldritch Lightning. Anytime a depth event is rolled, instead of the normal result, 1 random hero is struck by a bolt of Eldritch Lightning as the air crackles with purple sparks of energy. That hero immediately takes a number of wounds equal to the double that was rolled, ignoring defense, as well as a number of corruption hits equal to your hero level. This does not apply to rolling the double 6 depth event, which is treated as normal. We have an objective dread rule. For this mission, any growing dread cards currently in the stack are resolved and then discarded when each of the dread objectives below are discovered. For our objective, we need to find the Black Fang altars. Each time the heroes find a clue icon, they have discovered 1 of the Black Fang altars as a dread objective. Ignore any doors listed on the exploration token. Place a Black Fang altar marker in the back leftmost 2 spaces of the map tile, similar to enemy placement. Encounters and attacks on the exploration token are resolved as normal. In addition, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, the altar is guarded by enemies. Draw a threat card. There is a Darkstone Totem. Each Black Fang altar is a Darkstone Totem of one of the sinister Dark World spirits that the Black Fang worship. When a Black Fang altar is found, roll a d6 to see which spirit bonus the altar grants to all enemies while it is in play. Let's hold back the darkness. Double ones! We are struck by Eldritch Lightning right out of the gate! Will our armor protect us from this one wound? Armor 5+. No, we take 1 wound. We also need to take 3 corruption hits. Willpower is 4+. Oh my gosh, we failed all 3. Using our Veteran's Breath Mask to hopefully prevent these corruption points. I don't see it happening. We can ignore them on a 5+. We block 1 and take 2 points of corruption and mutate. The Darkstone die will be the 10s digit and the red die will be the singles. Let's see what type of mutation Artemis has gotten. 61, Darkstone Allergy. At the start of your activation, take 1 hit for every Darkstone shard and item with a Darkstone on it that you are carrying. Defending our hit from our Darkstone Allergy for our Falling Gunfighter Pistol. Our defense is 4+. We defend. Rolling for movement. 3. Holding back the darkness. 5 will fail. Defending our Darkstone Allergy hit. We defend. Rolling for movement. 5. Artemis will look through. And we have found a canyon waterfall. Before we do anything else, I still need to roll for our shatter grenades. We do get D3 at the beginning of every adventure. 2 shatter grenades. We do have an advanced encounter for this map tile. Riverbed Massacre. The banks of the river here are littered with bodies and ransacked goods. It looks like these people got ambushed from the cliffs and never saw it coming until it was too late. With that in mind, you look up to the cliffs above, suddenly feeling as if you too are now being stalked. Make a lore 5+ roll. Artemis only has a lore of 1, but he is successful. For each 5+ roll, you may draw a loot card, discovered among the bodies. And our loot is D3 Darkstone. 2 pieces of Darkstone. Let's reveal our exploration token. 1 doorway and 1 attack. Rolling for which direction the door will be. Straight ahead. We need to roll to see if we are attacked by Black Fang tribe. We are not. We will be attacked by 1 Darkstone Brute. Darkstone Brutes are mutant outlaw scafford enemies. They are a large size with 2 initiative. They have the ability Smash. Their to-hit rolls of 6 will ignore Artemis's defense. They are fused with Darkstone. Anytime a hero does 1 or more wounds to a Darkstone Brute, they may collect 1 Darkstone on a d6 roll of 5 or 6 once per turn. They are crazed when attacking. If there are more than 1 adjacent hero, they target every adjacent hero with Combat 2 instead. He is tough, immune to critical hits. Is a 5 for movement. Artemis can escape on a 4+. They have a melee to hit of 4+. He will roll 3 combat that do 4 damage each. They have a 4 for defense and 8 health. Artemis is now level 3, so they will get 1 elite ability as well. 1. They have a Darkstone Fist. Each Darkstone Brute combat hit also causes 1 corruption hit. On their smash ability, willpower may still be used. Holding back the darkness. 10 is good. Artemus will defend his Darkstone allergy hit. He defends on a 4+. He defends. Rolling for movement. We're going to move forward 1. And throw a grenade. We will have to use our old Darkstone Carbine. Taking 1 corruption hit, depending on 4+. We defend. Taking our 2 shots, hitting on 3+. 2 hits. Darkstone Brute is stunned, so each of these will be -3 to the roll. 4 more wounds. He only needs 1 more wound to be dead. Darkstone Brute will now go. He has a movement of 5, so he will be just out of range of us. I'm sure that's got to be infuriating for him. Holding back the darkness. An 8 is good. Rolling for our Darkstone allergy. We are good. Oh, rolling to see if the Darkstone Brute loses that stun marker. He does not. Again, taking our corruption hit to fire the Darkstone Carbine. We do take a hit potentially. Using our Veteran's Breath Mask, we can ignore the point on a 5+. No, we take 1 more point of corruption. Taking our 2 shots, hitting on 3+. 1 hit. It should be enough. This roll will be -3 to the roll, but he only needs 1 wound, so we need a 4 or higher. And he is dead. Artemus will catch his breath. He only has 1 wound, so we will heal that, but we will also recover a grip. We will opt out of collecting any extra Darkstone from the Darkstone Brute, as our Darkstone chest is full and we have Darkstone allergy right now. Can't really afford to be carrying any more Darkstone. Let's see what we get for loot. Gold bars, $250. This might be crazy, but I think we are just going to throw this Fallen Gunfighter's pistol into the river and be done with it. We don't need to be rolling any more corruption at the beginning of every activation. Let's hold back the darkness. 7 is good. Rolling for movement. 5. Holding back the darkness. 8 is good. Rolling for movement. 2, that's enough. Artemus will look through, and he has found a mid-passage. We're going to consult with our old map and see if that's actually the case. Instead, we have located the jagged cliffs. Adjusting the map just a bit, we do have an advanced encounter for this map tile. The cliffs have eyes. You can't help the feeling that you're being watched. Scanning the tops of the canyon walls, nothing seems out of place, but there is a stillness in the air. Gravel and rocks slide down the canyon wall to your left, and you turn sharply, only to find it is still empty. A bead of sweat rolls down your brow. Make a luck 5+ test. Artemus has a 5 for luck. He is successful. Move the hero posse marker 1 space forward on the depth track and gain 20 XP. Let's reveal our exploration token. 3 doorways, an encounter, and a clue icon. We have reached one of the Black Fang altars. We are going to ignore the doors and place a Black Fang altar marker in the back leftmost 2 spaces of the map tile. I tell you, it does make a whole lot of sense, this weird altar up here on top of the cliffs, causing all this stormy chaos. Let's roll to see if we'll be adding a Black Fang encounter on the roll of a 1, 2, or 3. We will not. Our encounter that we have drawn, Heavy Rain. A heavy rain begins to pour down all around you, soaking your clothes and pummeling the cracked earth with large drops. Lightning flashes across the sky, and half a second later, booming thunder rolls through the heavens. All models in the canyons are -1 movement and have their ranged attacks reduced to a max of range 4. Whenever a depth event is rolled while holding back the darkness, roll a d6. On the roll of 5+, we may discard this card. Remains in play. We have to roll a d6 to see if this altar is being protected by any enemies. On a 1, 2, or 3, it will have something guarding it. Nothing. We also need to roll a d6 to see which Dark World spirit this Darkstone totem has been built to worship. 1. The Black Hawk. Any enemies would get +1 initiative and +2 movement. We need to get adjacent to this altar and start breaking it apart. Holding back the darkness. Double 6s! Double 6s in the canyon trigger Stubborn Resolve. This place is horrible and unforgiving, but you're not about to give up without a fight. Each hero may immediately heal d6 wounds or sanity or recover 1 grit. Well, we have no wounds, no sanity, and we are already at max grit. But at least we weren't struck by lightning. Rolling for movement. 3. Holding back the darkness. Double 5s! We are struck by Eldritch Lightning! Taking 5 potential wounds. Can our armor help us out at all? We have armor 5+. We take 3 wounds. We also have to take our 3 corruption hits. Willpower is 4+. We block 2 and take 1. Will our Veteran's Breath Mask help us out? Ignore it on a 5+. No, we take 1 more point of corruption. Rolling for movement. 6. To destroy the Black Altar, any hero adjacent may give up their attack, even when not in a fight, to choose one of their skills, and make a skill 6+ test to work on destroying the Black Fang Altar. For each 6+ roll, place a marker by the Black Fang Altar and gain 10 XP. To destroy the Black Fang Altar, Artemus must place a number of these markers on it equal to the hero posse level +2 per hero. So we need to give it 5 wounds. We will go ahead and use our luck. Artemus has 5 for luck. And with any luck, he'll destroy this thing. 2 6s. We're going to spend a grit and re-roll the misses. 1 more 6. Holding back the darkness. 7 is good. Let's see if we can gain back that grit. No. Again, using our luck. With any luck, we'll pull out the right string and send this thing tumbling to the ground. One more wound. Using our last grit, we're going to re-roll these missed ones. And the altar is destroyed. Holding back the darkness. 8 is good. Rolling for movement. Hey, there's our grit. Holding back the darkness. 4 will fail. That gets us a darkness card and 10 points of sanity damage. Darkness card we have pulled is Fueled by Rage. All enemies are +1 combat when they have 1 or more wounds on them. Remains in play. We also should have rolled a d6 when we were struck by lightning to see if this heavy rain disappeared. Goes away on a 5+. And it does. Rolling for movement. 3. Holding back the darkness. Double 5s, we are struck by lightning again. Taking 5 wounds, potentially. Does our armor protect us? Our armor is 5+, we block 1 wound, taking 4 wounds. We also take 3 corruption hits, defending on 4+. Defend 1, using our Veteran's Breath Match to try to prevent those 2 corruption points. We block 1 and take 1 more point of corruption. I think Artemus stood a better chance staying in Targa. Rolling for movement. 5. Holding back the darkness. 10 is good. Rolling for movement. 6. Adjusting the map and holding back the darkness. 4 will fail. Rolling for movement. 5. Artemus will look through and he has found a corner passage. We will consult our old map, and instead we have found a short passage. Let's see if we lose the map. Losing it on a 1 or a 2. No, we keep the map still. Holding back the darkness. 10 is good. Before we go on anywhere, let's use our whiskey. Dealing a d6 of our sanity damage. Healing 5 sanity damage. Rolling for movement. 4. Looking through now, he finds an underground spring. We do have an advanced encounter for this room. Darkstone geodes. Several massive round boulders sit here at the base of the cliffside. One of them is cracked open to reveal that the inside is hollow, lined with jagged darkstone crystals glimmering with a magical glow. You may be able to break some off if you can reach in far enough. Make an agility 5+ test. Artemus has an agility of 2. He is successful. For every 5+ rolled, we may collect 1 darkstone. We will decline to do so. Again, we are trying not to tamper with this darkstone allergy. All of our darkstone is in our tomb chest, securely put away right now. Let's reveal our exploration token. 1 doorway, 2 encounters, and our second clue icon, which means we have found our second altar. Let's see if we will be adding a Black Fang encounter. We will. Our Black Fang encounter is Runic Circles. Marked on the floor in powder and chalk, twisting concentric circles weave their way around the room. Runic markings for some tribal ritual. Stepping on one of the circles, you feel a strange glow wash over you. Make a Spirit 6+ test. Artemus has Spirit of 2. He is successful, gain 25 XP and Spirit Armor 5+ until the end of the adventure. Fantastic. Our first regular encounter, Flash Flood. Without warning, a hard driving rain begins to pour down from the skies, drenching you to the bone. In moments, you hear a roar from up the trail, and a torrential flood of waters rushes towards you, threatening to sweep you off your feet before dwindling back down to just a trickle. Make a Strength 5+ test. We have Strength 4. We are successful. Then make a Luck 5+ test. We have Luck 5. If successful, the waters leave behind something of value. Draw a gear card. We have drawn the Scaffold Hat. Gain +1 initiative for each mutation you have. Limit is +3. Interesting. I don't know if we would keep that because we are definitely not keeping that Darkstone allergy. But it looks like there's Scaffold boys roaming these canyons. It's good to know. Our second encounter, Floating Barrels. The rushing river passes close by here, churning white with rapids. Caught on an outcropping of rocks, several wooden barrels bob and float in the splashing water. Make a Strength 4+ test. Our strength is 4. Whew. We've succeeded all of them. If successful, you pull some of the barrels close to shore and pry them open to see what's inside. Draw a Scavenge card for every roll of 4 or 5. Nice. Maybe. Some of these Scavenge cards are not very good. Our first Scavenge card, nothing here. Our second Scavenge card, nothing here. Our third Scavenge card, Useful Discovery, draw a gear card. Gear we have drawn is a cigar. Once per adventure, prevent all damage done to you from a single source. I wonder how we would smoke that through our Veteran's Breath Mask. It's neither here nor there. And our last Scavenge card is a small fine, $25. Is this Dark Altar being guarded? On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, there is something guarding it. No. Let's hold back the darkness and take out this altar. 5 will fail, getting us a darkness card and 5 more points of sanity damage. Oh! No, we are going to use this cigar we just got to prevent all damage done from a single source. The darkness card we've drawn is Wanted Men. All outlaw enemies are +2 health and +1 damage with their attacks. All enemies on the next threat card drawn gain keyword outlaw. Remains in play. Rolling for movement. 4. We will again use our luck. And if we were as lucky as we were last time, we'll be sure to figure out a way to pull this altar down this time. We need a 6+. We got 1. We're going to use our grit and re-roll these misses. No more, just 1 wound. Holding back the darkness. An 8 is good. Can Artemus recover a grit? He can! Fantastic. Alright, making our luck 6+ test. We've got another 6. Spending this grit to re-roll the misses. 1 more 6. Only 2 more wounds to go. Holding back the darkness. 5 will fail. Can Artemus recover a grit again? No. Making our luck 6+ test. We have successfully done it. The altar is destroyed. The skies have cleared up and the birds are singing. Artemis is the savior of this area of the frontier. He will gain D6 times $50, $100, and he may collect D3 Darkstone, which we will decline to do. Thank you all for tuning in to this very stormy and unexpected episode of Artemus Tau. We will see you in our next episode, where Artemis will hopefully find a town that doesn't get destroyed.